Hello, I am the Simple Trader, and on this channel we talk about stocks that have massive potential upside. It's simple. I'm looking to build up my investment portfolio, so one day this could be me, and I want to share my journey with you. Please stick around and support me by hitting that subscribe button so you get to see all the latest content first. It's just so simple. Here today, I'm going to share with you my bullish report on a serious growth stock that I believe has incredible, game-changing potential. I've taken up a position in this stock and I'll be looking to increase my shares imminently. You're going to want to stick around to hear what I have for you. But first, I want to share some background to the Simple Trader for you people out there. For those of you who are following me and have seen my previous videos, you may be wondering why I've only focused on growth stocks. Well, it's simple. I am a simple working guy with limited capital and time to be pumping into investments. I have been in the game for over 10 years, but I started 2020 with a serious conviction to getting financially free in the next 5 to 10 years. What have I got to show for in my previous 9+ years of stock investing? Frankly, not a lot. I realised my strategy of buying power stocks, blue chips and high market cap stocks didn't work out for me, and that was due to my limited investable capital. I took advice from family, friends, and I read many investment books. I'm sure you've heard it all before. Dividend investing, compound investing, etc, etc. This year I took a massive chance and change in strategy. I did my research and here we are. For the money I've invested into the markets in 2020, I'm currently up a massive 135% on paper. Compare that to my previous 9 years investing and there is simply no comparison. In 2018, I liquidated all my shares in order to purchase my first property. That was a wake-up call in that I essentially lost 9 years in the race for financial freedom. However, it doesn't mean that buying my first property was a bad move. Far from it. It just meant that I already lost significant time, and time we cannot buy back at any price. My investment strategy is simple. To get to where I want to be in 5 to 10 years time, I need to start growing my money now exponentially. So in 2020, I decided it was time for change, and so I set my goals. As Denzel says,
dreams without goals are just dreams.
Without risk, there is no reward. And so I started researching the best growth stocks that could yield upwards of 3 times to 10 times my capital between a 1 to 3 year time frame. 2020 is turning out to be a great year for growth stocks, especially with the virus and the whole market undergoing a shuffling. Remember, with uncertainties comes opportunities. I won't go deep today, but let's briefly go over my 6 requirements for investing in a high growth stock. Identify the opportunity. I'm looking for a huge growth stock and I'm talking 3x to 10x range within a 1 to 3 year time frame. Go super deep into research and perform price and target analysis. Time the entry position and size the position with a plan in mind for if the stock goes up or down afterwards. Set a price target for the long term and continuously reevaluate this. Identify risk to reward ratio. Typically for every dollar I risk, I need a minimum potential of $5 return within the time frame of 1 to 3 years. And lastly, continuously monitor the stock position, fundamentals and any news. Don't let yourself get attached to any stock you are not willing to sell out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat coming around the corner. So without further ado, here's my bullish case on VAXART, ticker symbol VXRT, which I believe has Jupiter-like potential of 10xing to 100xing my money in 1 to 3 years. 2020 will be remembered as the year of the virus, and this worldwide pandemic has seen over 43 million people infected with over 1.1 million deaths worldwide and still going strong. These figures are as of October, but are only the figures that have been officially reported. 1 gram of brain power would tell us the real statistics must be much higher. What is the total population of the world today? 7.8 billion. So to no one's surprise, there is a lucrative race to develop the first working COVID-19 vaccine. Some company is going to get filthy rich. There are many players in the running, such as the following, and I hope I don't butcher the names: GlaxoSmithKline, Regeneron, Modern A, Pfizer and BioNTech, Johnson & Johnson, Astronomical and Oxford University, Sinovac Biotech, Himalaya Research Institute, Casino Biologic, and Sinopharm are just some of the major players currently in the running. So what's VAXART all about? VAXART is an American biotechnology company focused on the discovery, development and commercialization of oral recombinant vaccines administered using temperature-stable tablets that can be stored and shipped without refrigeration. This eliminates the need for needle injection. Simply put, they are the only company in the world looking to develop a vaccine for COVID-19 among other vaccines that will be prescribed in a pill form. Yes, a pill. For me, this is the future. This means that people can just swallow a pill rather than going to get an injection by a doctor, nurse or medical provider. The other huge benefits to this are the logistics of vaccine distribution worldwide. A pill form vaccine would be much easier to supply to the masses and to the poorer countries. You do not need to keep the pill refrigerated and you do not need to provide needles. Not only is this a simple no-brainer, but it would be a much more sustainable form of mass vaccination and we would have less complications arising from needle injections. So where are VAXART? Currently, they have started phase 1 of human trials in October after securing FDA approval to commence in September. In October, they released a positive report on the vaccine hamster trials. The future does look very positive. Any negative news? Well, kind of. In June, VAXART released a statement that suggested they were part of the US government's Operation Warp Speed, which is to inject billions into a few selected companies to rapidly develop a COVID-19 vaccine. Following that, the stock spiked huge. However, since then, reports have surfaced that the statement was not entirely true and the stock price has receded. VAXART is now apparently being sued by investors for loss of investment money that saw a hedge fund benefiting more than $200 million by selling their shares. Now, what do I think of this? To be utterly honest, I see this as a perfect buy the dip opportunity. For me, I can imagine this stock going up 100x or even 1000x if they can get their pill form vaccine approved, manufactured and sold worldwide. Imagine all the poorer countries who are suffering badly, such as India, Argentina, Colombia and South Africa, just to name a few, who would not be able to afford to vaccinate their entire populations with expensive liquid injection vaccines. The demand for VAXART's pill vaccine would literally go flying to another solar system. Remember, 7.8 billion people in the world. The stock price prediction from CNN business analysts puts VAXART at a median of $20 and a low of $17. But check this, a high of $22. Yes, $22. This represents a huge 319% increase in a year's time. So what's my position? I just bought in 535 shares at a cost basis of $6. This represents about 8% of my entire portfolio. You may wish to start with a lower percentage, but I really see the incredible upside potential to VAXART, and as I explained, I'm looking for massive gains to push forward my early retirement plan. Currently, I'm down 12%, but you need to understand that this is a huge speculative play. We need to factor in that the stock price was trading around 35 cents at the start of the year and has already spiked up to a high of $17 in July, representing a 4,700% increase. The price has since dropped to the low $5 range, representing a 70% discount on the highs, which to me is a very attractive buy price. I truly believe this company has the potential to change the world for the better and provide affordable vaccines to save millions of lives. Again, please do your research before starting a position, and I simply advise you to only invest money which you can afford to lose, as this is a highly speculative stock. I will be doing an update video on VAXART shortly where we will review my position and look at the price chart action as well as all the latest news. As always though, if you enjoyed the simple content, please leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button so you get the latest content first, and show your support by hitting the like button. That's greatly appreciated. I am the Simple Trader and will simply see you next time.